Yo, this your boy Tony coming through another episode of Backyard Comedy. As always, I got my boy, Skeezy baby.
Please say it, baby.
That really dude I got beside me, sharp as on the wood over here.
As always.
You looking good. I can call it match.
Appreciate you, bro.
I'm your boy Vocals 26. Y'all see us, y'all know what time it is. Time for a new episode. Before we get started, you know it's brought to you by Real Demand TV.
Oh, yeah.
Streaming in 172 countries out here, man. Make sure y'all download it. Podbeam. Anywhere you can get podcasts, we are on there. Make sure you download it. Listen to us. Catch up on old episodes. Get to know us. www.backyardcomedyllc.com. Go read our bios. Get to know Backyard Comedy. Yeah. Also brought to you by Dubby. All natural energy boosting drink. Jitterless is what we call it. The Jitterless blend. And last episode we had
Brian
you
Self.
Don't have to turn the lights.
Brian.
Brian, Mr. Brian Self, Pro Touch Contracting. Shout out to you, man. He came through, man, told us how he got started his business. You know what I mean? His journey, having videos on CMT and the country life and being on social media with his shirt and his dreads hanging, got his shirt off. Showing off his talents, man. Shout out to you, man. That was a real good conversation, man. Y'all go stream that right now, streaming on YouTube, man. Check that out and go ahead and tap into that, man. But on this episode, we want to talk about something that we seen on what was it, Instagram?
Yeah.
Instagram. You better not sneeze on me.
I won't do such a thing.
Lord, that the COVID going around.
Not here.
We about to have a mask on the show, y'all.
But so it was a post going on, man, but it was on the show, and you know the guy was talking about how he didn't get his school, he didn't get his son some school clothes, right?
Right.
He didn't get him school clothes and supplies and stuff that year. Yeah. Like only like the necessities, the bare necessities.
Yeah. And people jumped on him about that, man. So let's dive in there. Matter of fact, run the clip right here, dude, to tell people what I'm talking about.
Am I a bad dad for refusing to spend a single dollar on my teenager's school clothes this year? Start of the summer, I told my son, if you get a job, I'll match every dollar you make for back to school shopping. He's 15. It's totally legal to work in Maryland with a permit. So he talked about wanting to work, never filled out any application. Said, I'll get around to it all summer, week before school. Now he's acting like I'm just going to hand him money. It's not just like he wants basic. Like I'm not going to, not buy him socks or whatever. We're talking like Nike Air Force Ones, Jordan, right. Hollister, whatever.
Yeah.
I say, you can pay for them yourself. His mom, my ex, says I'm being a bad dad because now he's starting school without anything new and all his friends have fresh outfits. I'm thinking, right, this is a life lesson.
Yeah.
He needs to learn. You don't just get handouts. You don't get rewarded for doing nothing. So I'm not stopping him from getting clothes. He can buy them himself. And to me, this isn't a punishment. This is parenting.
So let's get into it, man. Like, What do y'all feel about that? Because, it's different from when we was being raised. And, in my household, we was working at, I think he said his son was, 15?
Right.
I got a job at 15. Mm-hmm. Like, they made us work. So what do you feel about that? Like, what's your take on that?
Man, I feel like, for one, that instills discipline. You know what I'm saying? And structure. Yeah. And my thing is, the son should have been ready to jump at it. He said he want to match every dollar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was a good deal.
You know what I'm saying?
My dad told me the same thing. Like,
we didn't get that, though.
My dad did, though.
I didn't either do that.
Yeah, my dad did. Like, if he'll tell me if I get like such and such, then he'll match it. Like, if I say I need $100, he'll say, you get $100, I match you $100, something like that.
Yeah.
Or if you get 50, I match the other 50, something like that.
Yeah.
But they want all the time.
Yeah. But that still instills some worth ethic in the child. You know what I'm saying? Because they, for one, nowadays kids think they just supposed to get things like they just fall out the air.
Spoiled as hell.
You know what I'm saying?
Spoiled too. I get that.
So I think him working for what he want, that will keep the example going. Like, hey, I got to work for what I want in this day and time. You know what I'm saying? And
it's gonna also this gonna also play into a factor. What kind of relationship do they have as parents?
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Because he got all the necessities. He took care of all that.
Right.
So it's only extra stuff like
Jordans and
like
Nikes
what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how is that situation? Because I know some people go do. I have dealt with it where you had to over excel. You had to get more and more and more. No matter what, like the child had to have this. That's what they want. That's what they want.
Right.
We're gonna go half on it, whatever the case may be. I have been in that instance. You know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying.
No, I get what you're saying, man. And most of the time that is how it is, especially with us. Growing up in poverty, we feel like that what we didn't have, we try to make sure that our kids have everything, you know.
Yeah.
But in a way though, like you say, it's really a problem when it's hurting them by doing that, dude. Like you said earlier.
Yeah.
Because you don't provide any structure, you don't provide anything that shows that they have to work towards anything to get something.
Yeah.
And everything we know for a fact, everything that we had to get, that we got, we had to work to get it.
Hell yeah. I mean, heck yeah,
so
hell
that's so that's a lesson, man. You know, within itself. As far as the man goes, you know, we was working with him. Before it was working age, we was working, you know, in the family or whatever we could do to just get a few dollars, and then once we finally got age to work, and you know, his state, you know, the kid was eligible to work, so you know, if you can get a work permit. And you know,
we sure did.
Yeah, we had to work.
I was getting up at 5:30 in the morning to go to work.
I had to go. I had to go to work and then go to football. Get off. You know, go to football practice and you know, do other stuff too. You know, and that taught me how to do it in my older age. Yeah. You know what I mean? Responsibility.
And before, like you said, man, you know, it's different now than then. Because before, you know, I even started working, I still had to do yard work and all that. Like you still had to do things where you just weren't gonna not sit around. Like it was very rarely we sit around, and that was probably on Saturday night. But you got to get your ass up early in the morning Sunday because we going to church.
You going to church?
You know,
going to church, and we gonna pray for these niggas.
I'm saying so that's why I had a childhood. Even down there with my grandma and them, like we grew up. They had hoes and chickens and all that kind of stuff. They still had us out there teaching us how to do that kind of stuff.
No
doubt. Getting up early in the morning to do all that. So
no doubt. You're gonna have
we
some
born and raised from hard work.
Yeah.
They give you responsibility.
You couldn't lay in the bed after a certain time, man. No. You know what I mean? Like it just wasn't gonna happen in my grandparents' house.
Yeah,
you know,
it didn't happen in mine until they got older, where they won't saying nothing about it no more. Type, you know
and once you get older, you know what I'm saying. You know, they don't care as much. But when we was young, it wasn't no laying in the bed, man.
Yeah.
It was get up, get some stuff done. Let's get some.
It's like now
done.
there's a lot of leniency towards that. Like they don't make them do no type of work nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
And Pop's got a valid point. Like clearly they had those conversations.
Yeah.
Clearly him and his dad had those conversations. So his dad like you need to learn hard work, which is true, especially the world we living in. You better learn something and learn how to get hold of it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, the thing is especially when it's definitely the thing it's not like he just flat out said, okay, I ain't getting you nothing.
Right.
He gave him a goal to reach, and the kid basically didn't have any enthusiasm about to get to the goal, thinking I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get regardless.
And I wonder what his mom's saying though. Is his mom's pushing?
Yeah. In that clip, you'll hear him say about his mom. His mom was basically against him for doing that. And I think that's a whole nother thing because that's the wrong thing to do. Especially when. He's a young man, and you might not understand exactly what the dad is. You might not understand exactly what the dad is doing, but you got to trust him that he's teaching that young boy how to be a man.
And we got let's dig on that for a second. This is real. That happens in a lot of situations where the women don't go against the man for being that way towards the child, and it's typically, you know, in this incident, it was in Caucasian home, right. Typically, you know, I have seen boys be buttered up by their moms,
no doubt,
and their dad's like, "Look, this what it need to be. This what it need to be." You know what I'm saying? And that's real because you need to know those traits and characteristics as a man when you become a man. So now. He's 15 right now, so at 25, at 35, you still gonna be going against him getting a job?
Hey man,
sometimes it happens that way. That's how you end up with those 40 years old staying with their moms and stuff, man. They don't make them do no type of work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
being real.
Some of them do.
Nah, bro.
If we do that as a black man, we's a sorry piece of shit.
Yeah.
You's a bitch ass nigga.
That's all I'm saying. We gotta say it like it is.
It's true, man. It's true, but it's a lot of them out here doing it, man, faking the funk, man. You know, but
and the thing about it too, they allow it. The parents allow it. You know, let them just sit there. You know what I'm saying, without saying, hey, you gotta do something. You gotta work.
Yep.
That's one thing I know. A lot of people that have been around or seen, they don't never try to better themselves because they feel like they always got that fallback person, like their parents. And the thing is, your parents ain't gonna always be here. You know what I'm saying?
Man, let me tell you something.
Gotta realize.
My parents, thank God, my parents are on earth. They're walking.
I ain't lying.
And they still
love you, mama.
You hear what I'm saying?
Bro,
they got their own lives. You can't expect your parents to try to bail you out and all that shit every time you get in a bind. And I know some people like that. I know some people that get caught up because they know they can call somebody and they good to go. Everybody, like, I don't have that characteristic. I used to when I was younger, but something about bridges, sometimes you burn them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you got to really learn how to get on your own.
And we learned how to really get on.
We had to do it
at a young age.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it was younger than what some of you might have been through, but it was my age that God wanted me to go through to be the man I am today at 38 years old.
No doubt.
I'd probably be a whole different if I, you know what I'm saying? If I didn't go through all those trials and tribulations, you know what I'm saying? If my daddy didn't tell me to go out here and get a job and learn how to do this on you know what I'm saying? If I wouldn't have had that, everything would have had crumbled. You hear me?
Everything you think about is gonna crumble.
Everything would have crumbled. But we was raised by the men. We had real men during those times.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? The women won't stopping them men from showing. They gonna say, let them boys be boys.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? They won't stopping the men from being men because they was real true men. And if they did, they gonna tell them, hush that up. That boy need to know. You know what I'm saying? Because that boy need to know.
Yeah.
He need to know when he become a man. And they still treating you like a little black boy.
Yeah.
Come on, somebody.
I mean, you know, that there he go.
I'll tell you, boy.
He retarded. But that unfortunately, man, that became more common in our households, man. I think it definitely has it's a way of causing damage to the child. But here's the thing about that, man, is it's never too late to teach a lesson. So among that, we still have to, if we have our young kids and we have our kids, we see our young youth, our teenagers that's out here and that don't understand that. They may not have had that guidance. We have to still continue to reach out to them and teach them, man.
I thought he had more coming.
I did too.
You always do that, here on
I can keep going,
but that's real though, man. That's me personally, I do that same thing to my son. My son, like he wants to work. You know what I'm saying? That's what he want to do. Boy, I thought that was a
I was about to say, good Lord.
But you know what I'm saying? My son, you know what I mean? I try to, teach him how to work. You know what I'm saying? Well, my daughter can't tell me, like, teaching her how to work, you gotta know. Because regardless, a lot of people are black community especially, but it's more, let me say that. It's more talked about with the black community, but it's actually the other side that does it more. But depending on the government for assistance.
With food stamps and welfare and all.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? We rely on that. When you grow up and your child see you doing that, your child mindset is going to be to rely on the government.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all just mad because I get 3 canned food stamps. So what? I get all kind of snacks while I'm sitting here chilling or whatever, paying no bills. No bills. I'm on government assistance. My son back there with his snacks. Government assistance, 3 canned food.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's not going to be to go out here, especially the way, we ain't got to get into politics, but we're going to talk real for a second. Especially the way that the world is trending and going to.
That's real.
All that kind of stuff, it seems like it's going to be depleted. So what you gonna do then? How you gonna fend for yourself then?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That's what I want to say about that. I ain't gonna touch too hard on it.
Yeah,
because it's a sensitive for me.
No doubt,
because I had the experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to be able to teach them kids that, man. Even if you don't teach them how to do the system, teach them how to fill out paperwork.
Yeah.
Teach them how to sign their name in the correct spot. You know what I'm saying? Teach them those kind of things. Because when different eyes of a different color looking at your application, they have the power to say yay or nay.
Yeah. And those,
you know what I'm saying? First impression is everything. If you walk out there looking stupid, acting stupid, they gonna treat you stupid.
No doubt.
They already looking at, look at this stupid nigga coming to apply right now.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Before you even get there.
And plenty of them come up with crazy looking clothes on. They ain't even dressed to impress. You know what I'm saying? And that starts at home. You know what I'm saying? Your kids are watching you. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you dress that way, but they learn it from somebody.
Well, the thing is some of us think that we're not good enough to, or we're better than working in what we call the system right now.
That's real. That's real.
And so we don't respect it. So we don't allow our kids to respect it. We don't teach them that. But the thing is that it's a way to do it so you can get ahead. So you got to use some maneuver. Everybody just is not an entrepreneur and be successful in that manner. Yeah. Sometimes you have to work in a certain way and then become an entrepreneur. Sometimes you got to do it. You got to do it different ways, man.
Well, you better do something with your tongues now. Now you talking over there, but back to your point, dude. Like you just said, with both of y'all, like you just said, I have been to a temp service to get a job, and I walked in there like it was a full-blown corporation.
That's how you supposed to.
I had my tie on, everything, and I'm watching people that looking like they just coming clean off from waking up on the side of the road. To walk in here to ask these people to help you get a job or to give me a job.
Yep.
Now that's why I say we was raised by real men. I was taught to pull your pants up.
Yeah.
Do not walk around here looking any kind of way. Because if you look any kind of way, you're gonna be treated any kind of way. Me as a manager, I have done that. I have seen people. I have sit down with people, and I by their resume, I'm gonna give them a chance. They had walked in with slides on. You see their toes, no socks on. I'm not. This is how you gonna treat my name in here. I'm not doing that.
No doubt.
Your appearance makes you unqualified, even if you are qualified.
And it makes it hard for people that really want to give you a chance to give you a chance.
Yeah. I have talked to people like that, man, and it was a few people I actually hired.
Right there.
I have hired people just like that, man, who walked in like that. But what I did was I said, look, man, when you come to a job, you got to come presentable. You got to be ready. Now go get yourself right. I'm gonna reschedule you. Come back and we'll do your interview again.
Well, that's real right there.
And because I was that person that needed that chance, and sometimes I needed that talking to. I might have came in a certain way to that, and of course I always presented myself correctly, but it might have been something that I didn't do, and I wish somebody would have helped me and said, look, let's try this again. You know what I'm saying? And that might help them. And looking back on it, I see them in their lives going forward, and it helps them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It helped them out. They're in better places now.
I feel like respect of self is dwindling because I used to get picked on at work for ironing my clothes. You know what I'm saying? I used to come in there my whole uniform.
This nigga ironed drawers and socks and everything.
He was his pants was standing up. He was jumping in them.
But nah, that's how I always taught. Dress for success, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was working in a factory, I still iron my clothes now. And when I first started, I didn't care because I'm like, who cares about what I look like? I'm gonna be sweating and all kind of stuff anyway. But my mom told me something. She said you got to dress for your success. So if you dressing like that, you gonna be dressing at the same place the same way forever.
Go in there looking like that, man. You gotta think about this. You want to come to this place to help your family. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even care about none of that. They want you for a specific job to do this job.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You gotta have that mindset, like Ski said. You gotta walk in there like that. You feel what I'm saying?
That's real.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be sided with the pops. Like I am, because I got boys, and I want my boys to know that same work ethic that I had to do. It don't gotta be all drastic like when I grew up. No, it don't. But I still want them to know how to handle themselves. Like, Lord forbid I be going tomorrow, they can still be like, man, my dad showed me this. To do this. Regardless if maybe you might think somewhere out there somebody look and think it was a drastic measure, it's going to hit them in a long hand because we're in a drastic world.
Right.
Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? People say we went through drastic measures, man. We don't beat every day. Well, I'm glad I got beat every day in some instances.
Right. Made us who we are.
Sometimes I ain't even do nothing. We ain't gonna talk about that. I was just in the room when I got in trouble.
Ain't lying. Everybody gets up.
Move your hand. Oh man. They make you move. The worst ones, I gotta say this. The worst ones when they tell you the ones that can't move, they kind of big, they can't move. They tell you to come in, and you gotta just stand there. You can't run or go no. You can't run away. They just sit on the couch and hit you with the That's what I was raised from.
To speak on that though, we gotta quit letting the daughters get away with so much too, because I feel like that's one thing that we don't discipline our daughters like we should. You know what I'm saying, to a certain degree. You know, and they the ones that really be spoiled, more than the guys. But they still need that discipline and the structure of trying to work and working towards goals and stuff, and causing an effect of not doing it. You know what I'm saying?
And it's hard for us because one thing about it is, as fathers, we like to be a certain way to our daughters. We like to make sure that our daughters understand the utmost standard, and we want to make sure that they understand and they can come to us for anything. And we are that, we are that person that they should look to for anything.
That's real.
And we're taking care of them amongst anything. But also, like you said, Dooley, there has to be a way to instill, and I try to do that in my everyday life. Back in the day, I would just say, okay, boom, 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 boom. But now, man, I'm trying to learn how to say, okay, look, let's work towards something. Let's do this. Let's do that, and we can work towards this. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's got to be that way because amongst our young women, man, they're very, very educated. But the thing is that it's not always about education at times.
That's real.
And sometimes sometimes it's about humility.
Yeah.
And that is one thing that we lack as people.
Yeah.
In
all
times.
across the board. Yep.
And selfishness is not about that. You know, it's not about selfishness. It's never been about that with where we come from. And you know, how we grew up in our religion.
Yeah.
Right.
So and people has made our religion about selfishness.
Yeah.
So I think, man, we that's definitely something you was talking on that, Dooley, that we got to work on as people, man.
Yeah.
Real talk. Hey, man, we gonna hold it right there, boy, because we gonna end that out there with you, son. We'll be right there, man. We'll be right back. Here's a message from our sponsors. We keep it real. News you can count on. Backyard News. Welcome to Backyard Comedy News. I'm your boy Aloysius Thompson, coming through to bring y'all some news, because you know we got to keep it real. It's a new energy drink that we got right now that everybody's talking about. W. All natural, zero-less energy blend. Get into it. If you use the promo code Backyard Comedy, you will get 10% off. They text me this morning and told me to make sure that we let you guys know that. This has been your boy Aloysius Thompson. Well, y'all know we got to keep it real here at Backyard News, Channel 4. Y'all stay tuned now. Got some more coming for you. We keep it real. Hey, give him a cup. News bring him a cup. Count on. Backyard News, Channel 4. What's up, everybody? This is Uncle Elroy talking to y'all about Antonio Auto Mechanics LLC. We specialize in brakes, tune-ups, and so much more. Now, I can't really tell you what's going on right now with this one, but I guarantee we gonna figure it out. Don't wait till you have problems like this to contact us. Just hit up Antonio Auto Mechanics LLC and we'll get you straight. Tell them Uncle Elroy sent you. We appreciate you now. Come on out here. I'll be damned.
Antonio's Auto Mechanic LLC, 314-6836.
And we are back. We are discussing, a viral post going around about a father receiving backlash for just buying the necessities for his son, not getting all the extras after coming to an agreement or trying to reach an agreement, matching dollar for dollar.
Yeah.
And he receiving backlash from it, all different type of opinions, man. So we're discussing it right here on Backyard Comedy. And I'm gonna just say, like I was saying before the break, man, I'm still gonna agree with the father, man. I don't see nothing wrong with him teaching his son hard work, man. Like we've been saying the whole entire time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like bro was saying before we headed out, man, that selfishness is a very big thing going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Jealousness is a very big thing going on right now. Everything wrong is going wrong right now. You know what I'm saying? So regardless, it's made big because it's viral. But it goes on a lot more than just one post. You know what I'm saying? It happens a lot. We went through it, but like I said, we had to work. You know what I mean? I don't see nothing wrong with what that man doing. His mom should back the dad up and say, yeah, you do need to know these things. Yeah. You know what I mean? You sure do. That's a very good damn deal that he gonna match dollar for dollar with you.
Yeah. And the thing is honestly, it's probably the reason why that kid didn't do it. Is because he didn't have push from both sides. He felt like
that's what I was about to say.
The lack of that on his mother's side, which he probably stays with her a lot of the time, maybe the majority of the time. Maybe it's half and half, who knows? But maybe it's just the majority of the time, and so she's bringing that on him like, okay, do what you want. Your dad told you, who cares, but you good over here regardless.
That's one thing I have a problem with. But if y'all both parents, you know what I'm saying, if the dad say something, don't go against the dad in front of the child. You know what I'm saying? That lets the child know that it's a weak link, and they can go to one for the other for whatever they want. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I don't play that. Like you know what I'm saying? If you feel something the way I'm saying, then come to me after we talk to our child or whatever. You know, and say, hey, I didn't like the way you did that. We can handle that, but don't do it in front of the child because that, hey.
Yeah, bro.
No doubt.
That's real, man. No doubt. I have dealt with that. You know what I'm saying? I have dealt with, me telling my child something and then the mom saying something completely different. Right. You know what I mean? Then we button heads on it. But now, in instances, you should have my back, and in some instances, I should have your back. What you say goes sometimes. Because fathers do it too. Like you say, especially with daughters. The fathers do it too. You know what I mean? Like, mom said this and this and this. But man, you know what? Boom, boom, boom. Now, it can be instances where it happen where it be a little on the sneak tip, but it's still a conversation. Like, look, you know what your mama said,
right?
You feel what I'm saying? So we
now
keep coming to me about it.
Now, let's be clear.
Let's
be clear, because sometimes, again, the right decision is not made every time.
Yeah.
So sometimes you do have to as a person and as a man, you may have to step in, and sometimes as a woman, she might have to step in.
That's real.
Knowing a daughter, and as a man, you knowing a son, you might have to step in, and like you say, it's ways to do it. You know what I mean? It's ways to do it. But you got to have those conversations. You can't just let it go and say, okay, I'm gonna do it this way, and I'm gonna say this in front of the kid and whatever, and then boom, and whatever, and now the kid done heard both of y'all rant and rave in front of them, and neither one of y'all said nothing to each other about rectifying the issue, and it's still a whole. Y'all
got to be on one accord when it comes to raising children, man, for real.
For sure.
You know.
But now that my daughter is grown.
I can't wait.
Lord.
Boy.
Hey, man, it's a good feeling, man. I ain't lying, man. She pull up on me now, man. It's crazy.
See, man, one thing about what they call a narrative. Everybody has control over their own narrative. You'll make your own narrative, sing how your own narrative. You want your own narrative to sing. That's how your narrative is gonna be. That's your narrative. You control your narrative.
You control your narrative.
You feel what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is, you feel what I'm saying? Black fathers matter.
That's real.
All the way,
100.
Especially if you're active. I know 3 people that's highly active now on the show. Ain't bullshit.
I saw a statistic that said. And y'all can look it up. Okay. I don't know.
Put it right here.
Yeah, put it there, Dooley. It's somewhere.
And
y'all can look it up. But it says black fathers are the most active.
Yeah,
out of all fathers.
I seen it on Instagram, man.
So let's quit that. So let's quit all that. First of all, y'all know that was propaganda now.
Yeah.
So let's understand that and let's move forward.
Yeah.
Let's understand that black men ain't what y'all think they are.
Nah.
They better than what you thinking.
Nah. Yeah. It ain't black man. But I ain't gonna. We welcome everybody. But it ain't black man.
Absolutely. We love everybody.
If you look it up, it's gonna tell you exactly who it is.
But I just wanted to say that, man. Because we gotta overcome it. We gotta overcome all this stuff that's bringing us apart.
We are the most talked about. Period. We are the most hated. Period, bro. We are hated as black men by our mothers, by our fathers, by our women, by our kids, by every damn body, the system and everything. Dog. Nobody protects the black man. Nobody. And that's just real. God made women for men, and they corrupted that shit. Yep. Like, there's nobody to protect a black man.
He ain't lying.
Nobody. And nobody stand up for that. When you voice your opinion like this, somebody gonna call me, or I probably get a message, bye, oh, you sassy. Man, nobody's sassy. I'm just telling you like a T.I. is. I'm sassy because you don't like what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Or because you're salty with maybe you do have an ain't shit situation going on somewhere.
That's the thing. And normally, if somebody says something like that or in that way, they're triggered by something that's inside them that they haven't healed from.
Yeah.
And the whole thing about it is if they're carrying that around still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Boy, I know how you do it.
I'm gonna leave it there.
That's real. That's real. Let them use you.
As we pass the plate around.
You know what I'm saying? See, here at Backyard Comedy, we point fingers, but we do this here. Talk about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I have been in every situation that I talk about. I always say, I have done this. I have done it. I have been that one to do that same thing. To do the same thing. To voice my opinion. Or, you know what I mean? Tell my child, look, I'm going to let you do it. And I have done this too, having them soft spots. You know what I'm saying? We're not exempt. But it's no good. It end up being no good.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? Like Anna say, I'm going to say, look, let's be clear. You know what your mama said now.
Yeah, I stick to it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I have slipped up too. Couple times, but what stands because I ain't gonna be labeled the weakest link in the thing. You know what I'm saying? We got to come together to take care of these kids, man.
Real talk.
They need discipline and structure, and if I'm giving in, that lets them know that hey, my dad ain't got no structure, no discipline. If I'm giving in to your whims,
because I mean, one thing about it is that the mother is normally going to be the nurturer.
That's real. That's real.
In our case, man, we have to have that structure. We have to provide that stability. That part that says, okay, I'm gonna be stern. Yeah. You might not like everything that I say. You might not like everything that I do. Yeah. But I'm doing it for a reason to take care of you.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's better to be stern now than it is when they get out there in the world and somebody pop them in the mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
That's
no need to be stern then.
That's a lot. That's what's going on, though. You know what I'm saying?
Should have been.
Yeah, ain't no need to be stern then.
Yeah, that's what's going on with them, though. They stepping out there now and getting popped in the mouth because they never were, disciplined at home.
No doubt.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah,
But
it's very unfortunate, man. You know what I'm saying? But with my situation growing up, my mom's. Yeah, she was the one, you know what I'm saying? I was a mama's boy. Still am a mama's boy. She was, she was the one that baby did, but she was with my dad. And my dad said my black eyes had to do it. Had to do it. You know what I'm saying? It won't she won't going against my dad on that aspect like that. You know what I'm saying? She won't doing that. Like if he said that's what I was gonna do, that's what I'm gonna do. They might have had whatever words, but her ass ended up. I had to do what he said.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's how it's supposed to be.
Won't no way around that. Not with no Connell lid. Won't. I might push his ass down now. But I couldn't do it then. Son, he won't play.
That's a big bad you ain't pushing.
Boy, that what he was playing no game, son. You feel what I'm saying? But that's that structure that we had. We had a whole street full of proud black men. Black men we seen help with the football team. Yeah. Black men we seen help drive buses around there to take our asses to school. Black men we seen out there in the crops and stuff so they can make sure we eat. Black men we seen come over here and watch on do something under a car so you can learn how to fix your car if you fuck up. Like all that kind of stuff. We had a whole road full of them. Niggas is scattered all around now.
Yeah.
They ain't trying to show nobody how to do nothing. Selling drugs and toting guns and shit like that. That ain't teaching them nothing.
Nothing, man.
Don't get me started.
They ain't teaching them nothing for real, man. It's sad because most of them trying to be in the streets still too. But whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But hey, shout out to all the real men, all the real fathers that want your son to get out here and get a job and have something of himself.
That's real.
I'ma still side with him, man. Like y'all got your own opinions, but I don't see nothing wrong with that man telling his 15-year-old son.
Nah.
I don't got to get you none of that extra stuff.
That's real.
You know what I mean? Like, do you help your moms around the house? What do you do?
It's a privilege. Living in this world and having the things that you have, the kids got to understand it's a privilege to have that. Everybody didn't have that. We didn't grow up with certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was certain stuff we couldn't get, and certain stuff they ain't gonna be able to get. There's certain stuff they gonna give their kids that they weren't able to have. If they work at it, if not, then they ain't gonna have nothing either.
Yeah. How many of y'all? I'm gonna raise the hands out there. You got to be around our ages, unless you got an old school parent now. How many of y'all have had something or several things taken away because you ain't pay for this out your damn pocket and you don't pay no bills in here?
Yeah, bro.
I have. You know what I'm saying? That's what our parents did. They would take it.
Yeah.
My daddy done took my door off the hinge, bro.
He took my door down.
You know what I'm saying? Took my door down. You don't lock no doors up in here.
Yeah.
No more locked doors. Gracias.
And guess what? Mom and daddy, I lock my own doors now.
Sure do.
I've been locking my doors for years.
Lock them down. Lock them up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
This motherfucker is locked.
But I thank God for that, man. Thank God for the moments. I laugh now. My mom's come to the house. She came to the house not too long ago, a couple weeks ago. And when she came in, I told her she won't look at my refrigerator and stuff. I closed that door.
It feels good to tell them that,
man. I'm gonna say it every time. Hurry up, come in before you let my AC out. Now, I ain't lying. My stepdad wanna walk all slow and shit. Come on in here. Close my door. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's good because you know what I'm saying. And all my family know, everybody know I'm a jokester, so I do stuff like that. But it's truth in that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how they did. They raised us like that. You know what I'm saying? And now I know what that really means. I don't know if it do or don't. But it seems like it do run your bill up. Close my damn door.
Yeah.
I ain't lying. My bill do seem a little high with my door.
I think it do run your bill.
You know what I mean? So
that is straining it.
That's what keep it doing all the time. But that switch is off.
Yeah.
You don't keep it on no auto around there.
No,
man. Anything else y'all want to add on that, man? I'm still standing on my decision. I'm with Pop.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I first of all, I'm always with structure of dads, man.
Yeah.
I think it's an important part in our kids' life, and I think that we should have more of it. So
yeah,
I'm with it.
Yeah. What you feel, dude?
Same here, man. We need that structure. We need that discipline. You know what I'm saying? Moms kind of back off. Yeah. Shut up. We need that. We need that discipline, man, because it's dwindling. We already don't have the fathers in the home as it is.
Yeah, bro.
We got to instill that in them. So allow us to do that. back off.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out, like I said, man, once again, shout out all the real fathers out there still wanting to keep that thing going, showing your boys to become men. You know what I'm saying?
And if you got sons, maybe they haven't had their father and their dad in their lives. Maybe for some reason, you know, it's been a problem. It's been hard for them to have somebody in their lives. Yeah. I think you should, if their dad is there now and he's trying, let them be in their lives. It's never too late for you to allow your dad, your son's dad, to be in their lives, or even your daughters, of that matter. But definitely with the sons, because it's a big part in becoming a man, and with daughters too, because it's a big part they can understand about a man. Yep. So please, if the person is there and trying to be in their life, allow them to be there.
That's real.
Well, I tell you. What you got to do?
that was it, bro. That was it, bro.
I feel like we need to follow up behind him, man.
Man. I think it was good.
That's it.
Yeah, man. But man. All right, we're gonna wrap it. We're gonna get up out of here. Ain't lying. We're gonna see some more football. But hey, yo, make sure y'all email us, man. Tell us what you think about this episode. backyardcomedy3@gmail.com. And we want to hear. Send us whatever. Flood us. We gonna pick from. We gonna talk about it, man. Y'all always knock out my boy. Oh, excuse me, baby. Please hit it, baby.
Yeah, and if you get on the website, you ain't got to go to the email. You can just write it and hit send.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dun, dun, dun.
Skeezy, baby, you know that.
Is that really Dooley?
Really is. What's up, Flesh in the Spirit?
I'm your boy, Vocal26. Make sure y'all download Podbean. Everywhere you want to hear us on it, we are on it. Download them. All of them. Listen to us. Subscribe. Share it. Like it. Do something. You need you to do something out here. You know what I mean? Time is a precious thing to waste. So don't waste it by not watching Backyard Comedy. Appreciate you.